Okay, welcome back. We're going to get right into Ghidra. So last time had a little bit of trouble. I was trying to back up all the data files from Ghidra, and that has finally finished. So if we screw something up today, I've got an easy way back. I'm hoping we won't screw anything up, but you never know when you're experimenting. So it occurred to me that I have a little bit of a concern. We have all these Java files, and there are a lot of them, and they do not have useful, friendly, nice names. AML is not particularly friendly, and that's all fine, except what happens when we try to rename a type. You know, if I have this type, retype, rename, let's see, what types does it have? Okay, so I've got a variable AHH here. Let's go over to our file AHH. Okay. Yes, let's analyze it, except for those two. Okay. So AHH class. Can we rename the type? Data type manager and rename dummy. So let's see. If we close this and open it again, I expect that's not going to do any good. And it didn't. And that is troubling, because that means if I rename it here, the name doesn't propagate over. If I rename it there, it doesn't propagate over. And with 10,000 classes, it's an untractable problem. It's just not doable. So now I've got to figure out how to handle that, because that's big and ugly. Now obviously there exist other tools specifically for reverse engineering Java code. This is not the best tool for doing this. This is a tool that can do it, that I wanted to learn because it is a general purpose reverse engineering tool. Oh, symbol tree is like, hello. And so the problem is, though, I want to learn to use this tool, but if I can't rename a type and have it propagate everywhere, that's not very useful. And so the question I'm left at, I want to learn to use this tool. I'm starting to get a feel for how to use it. But for Java, it doesn't appear to be particularly useful because of the symbols exporting across class files. And Java has, in this case, a lot of class files. Which leaves us at, what do we do? Because I would like to keep using this tool, but it really is not well suited for this. It's really well suited for a single file, a single binary. So maybe if we import file, wrong, users, manual, desktop, Minecraft server, select file, and that was batch. What happens if we import file, we import this one. Let's see what happens. Import single file, binary, language, Java, JVM, okay. Let's see what that does. Okay, it's big, it's ugly, and my guess is it didn't actually do anything useful. Yep. I'll accept those two. And this could take a minute because this is huge. Okay. It's taking it a while. Because I really want to be able to use this tool. But the way we're going about it is not a tractable problem for something this large. Okay. And why didn't it work? Because we don't have the the start bytes, which means it's not valid and it's going to fail. So it can't analyze that as Java. Don't save it. I don't care. So we can't import it as just a file. And of course this whole thing is going to slow down for a little while because old computer. Don't save. All we did was rename something. Okay, so while that is deciding to hurry up and work, let's start looking at what other Java reverse engineering tools there are. Yeah, and this looks like it will let us look at what's in the Java files, but this is not a full reverse engineering tool. Okay, so let's remove this. Delete. File. Import. Now we know batch works, that's how we got the other one, so let's try file system. And import. Okay. And what does that do? That appears to import just a single file, or a single .class file from the jar, and that doesn't get us any better than where we were. Don't save. So this does not appear to work well. I really did want to learn to use this tool. Let's see what the great and wise Google has to say. Reverse engineer Java jar. Okay. Single jar mode. Okay, and there's the jar reference. So there's JD GUI, which will let you inspect what's going on, but I suspect JD GUI, Java decompiler. So it looks like that may support old. Yeah, it only goes through relatively older versions of Java and doesn't really give us any benefit. So for a Java decompiler, I don't know that there's anything that I can find easily that does what I want it to do. This is kind of frustrating. I want to use this. Now, if we pick a different file, open file, file import, and I happen to know where I have some some code I've written. We're going to pick something. It's a binary, but it's not even written in C. That's not it. Well, we're going to pick one of them. OH text files, so it's not H. Oh, Zig. Why am I not? Oh, come on. Zig. Okay, SAM3x80.0. So if we go to these, we go here. This O file is an ELF object file. Okay, ARM little endian v8. It's actually technically v7. I happen to know it's v7 because I built it. Okay, and let's see how that goes. And remember, this is a binary file that has everything in it. This is a self-contained file. And since this is binary, or since this is a self-contained file, there's no issue of renaming, not catching everything. I don't have 10 object files and have to deal with them. So, yep. Analyze. Okay. So, we see a lot of sections. Okay. We have functions. So this is relocation information. Turns out the compiler I'm using doesn't have support for these yet. Go here. And yeah, it ends with a loop, but it is not, obviously is not showing this kind of stuff, because this is, yeah, it's doing a bunch of looping to initialize row data, or not row data, data and data and I forget, bus fault, which I think is empty. So vector table. This, I happen to know, is the interrupt vector table. It is not that long. So, anyway. Ghidra can do a lot of stuff. It's quite obvious. But right now, right out of the gate, I don't know how to make renames transfer across files. So, let's see if help can help. Search, rename. tree. Okay, so program tree. Let's see what a program tree is. Sure. Analyze. Here's a program tree. Okay. Sure, let's save it. So at this point, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of inclined to give up because I don't know. I don't know how to go forward from here in a way to let renames propagate across everything that they could reference. Because there are a lot of files that would use one name that is shared. So let's see. Framework project. Okay, create project, delete project, get active project. Project data. File. Okay, so looks like we have a prayer of being able to navigate across all those files. So let's see, script manager, and where was it? And edit in Eclipse. Because if we can parse through every file whenever we do a rename or anything like that, then we have a chance. Let's give Eclipse a minute. Okay, so we've got a script. This dot program. This dot project, current location, current program, current selection, monitor, source file, script, program, which in this case is just one of the .class files, current address, current location, selection, highlight, okay, source file, source file dot name println okay, and manager, let's hit semicolon, not semicolon, I think it was backslash. TestScript.java. That's not what I wanted. So that's the source file for the script. Ooh. .state. Let's try. State dot get project dot get name. Okay, Minecraft 1.14, and that matches up with our project. Now this is starting to get promising. We can now go across files, or we should be able to. So let's see. Var project equals get state dot get project, excuse me, dot, so what is our type? Project. PRO project. Data and tools for users working on a particular effort. Represents the candidate for users, data, and tools to work together. Open data. Get name we've already looked at. And project view. What is project data? Okay. Project data. Dot file count. Println string dot value of And okay, 20,845. Yeah, it would be intractable. It's just not a reasonable problem to try and solve by hand. That is very large. Okay. So project.get project data dot folder. Okay. Domain. So project data. Let's convert project to shared. Get file. File count. Get folder. Max name length. Get project locator. What is a project locator? Okay. Close. Open files. Get file. Get folder. Local file system. Get root folder. There we go. Get root folder. Dot name. One is slash. Okay, that makes sense. Dot get files for rf in project data get root folder get files. Is that? Hey, I like that. Println project dot get project println f dot get name. And let's see. String dot value of string dot value of project dot get project data get root folder get files dot length and 0. Get files, so we've got no files there. I wonder if there's a get directory. Folders. dot length. Folders. Okay. And we have one. Minecraft server 1.14.jar. So now we can start traversing this thing. We can get to every file. We can do an extensive rename, though that do a complete rename, though that likely is to be very slow. But at least it's something. So we are not at a dead end. Turns out scripting can save us, but it is going to be a lot of work. So that's good to know. And because at this point, let's play some Minecraft for a little bit. Come on. Start the server, start the client. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I did do a little bit of AFK fishing. I do mean a little bit. Okay, this is nothing extensive. I have gotten exactly one enchanted bow, one enchanted book, and one enchanted fishing rod. Which is unfortunate. I want something with mending. Also, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, which we're allowed to sleep through, thankfully. So, at this point, I really do need... What I want to do is I want to build a tree farm. Hey, I'll take that. Let's make sure we don't have any... what are they called? Any creepers nearby? Let's gather some wheat. And let's replant. And I know, pretty basic. And that zombie is going to try to kill me. At least zombies are relatively easy to not let them kill you. There's only one of them, and it's daylight. Come on. Especially when they're already injured. Okay. So, wow, and that one's already got a growth ticker too. So, I want to build a tree farm. Because I think that would be kind of cool. To do that, we need sticky pistons. Lots and lots of sticky pistons. Whoa. Wow. And apparently lots and lots of skeletons over there. So Sticky pistons mean slime. They also mean life is painful. Okay, let's see what we've got down in our mob farm too. The sticky pistons require slime. Right now, we don't have slime. We don't have a way to farm slime. Don't even know where a slime chunk is. We do, however, know that slimes will spawn in swamps, and we do have a lot of convenient swamps. We also know that swamps and slimes mean being out at night, which I don't particularly want to do. So we're going to do something completely different. I have a saddle. I got lots of saddles. One of those things that happens to drop when you're dealing with AFK fishing. So let's see if we can go tame a horse. Got a saddle. I'll take a spare saddle just in case. Not that I should need one, but whatever. Now, if I recall, there are horses this way. I don't want to get hit by those. And then if I go this way, they're sure to be drowned. Curses. Yeah, I got killed by a baby drown wielding a trident over here. So, yes, there are drowned. I know there are because they've killed me. Which is not something I'm proud of, but it happens. Now, if I recall, there are horses up here. And doggies. And sheeples. There are horses right over there. So let's see how this goes. I've never tried to actually tame a horse. There's some cows. Let's go for this horse. Okay. Okay. So, should be able to saddle up and take my horse home. Cool. This one is much faster than walking. Okay. Cool. My understanding is that horses each have their own set of stats, but I'm not seeing them. It's okay. Don't drown. Okay. So much faster. And course, my base is over here. Rub me off. But the horse's head in the way really gets in the way of what I'm used to looking at and looking for. Because I want interesting. Yeah, this is new for me. I've never actually tamed a horse before. Which tells you how much time I've spent in vanilla. Not much. Okay. So we got our horsey over here. And let's get off. Wonder if that horse will stay around here. Either way, that was interesting. We've got a pet horse. I don't know. Let's see. Go in there. More. So, I'm curious. Minecraft 1.14 slime chunk finder. Okay. I wonder what my seed is. Minecraft get server seed. F3 should display. Okay. Facing west. No. World seed. If you load your world file, if you can, always say world seed on the server file. Server.properties. So, hit it with them. And a little seed. And no, not there. Should be in the server log, bring the world server 3. Look at the server console window. Preparing start region. Okay. Maybe it is here. Let's see. Okay, ambiguity, survival, preparing level world, load is 811. Preparing start region for dimension, overworld, spawn area, UUID. And that doesn't seem to do it. Okay, so it looks like I could go in and find the seed by going and quitting this, taking the .dat file, world.dat, put it within, yeah, binary Minecraft.dat seed. NBT Explorer. NBT Explorer. Directory tree interface. Worlds. It is originally based on BT Edit. Okay. Users. Download. BT Explorer. Releases. And let's see. Install. Whoa. Yep. Finish. NBT. Okay. Explorer. NBT data source. Desktop. Server. Data. Okay. Some boss events. Data packs. Dimension data. Two entries. Vanilla. Let's see. Wandering trader spawn delay. Spawn chance. Version time. Thunder. Thundering spawn. Random seed. There's our. So if we put that from save, is it MC server? World. Okay. Cool. So let's restart this server really quickly. Get on it. Actually, I have this. This is 236 6 minus 176. Go. There's actually a couple right near me. Is there anything with 4 right next to each other? Down here's 3. Okay. So there's actually a slime chunk right here, which would get me a really quick slime farm. There's also a few others. Okay, double. I mean, this one could be interesting. If we've got 5 slime chunks right next to each other, we get our farm built up around it. We stand here and we get a ton of mob drops. It's probably in the ocean, though, given 248 minus 106. Anyway, gives us options. We have a single slime chunk here. We've got 5 here in very close array. There's lots of stuff to do for slime farming. So I think at this point I'm going to call it. I'm going to see if I can find a good slime farm. I will see y'all later. Bye.